Does the CIA
This a CIA agent retired. Then for like dead ass, like real life.
listen through our phones and laptop cameras? Yes, I hate to say it. They can take over your smart television and turn the speaker into a microphone so that they can listen to what's being said in the room even when the TV is turned off.
Too low. Oh shit, no.
Hello,
Nah,
I'm John
nah,
Curie.
nah. I heard about that shit. I heard about that shit. Like they can like when your TV turned off, they can still do the weird shit. I heard about that shit a long time
Yaku.
ago.
I'm a former CIA counterterrorism officer and former senior investigator for the U.S. Senate Committee on Foreign Relations, and I'm here today to answer
Hold on,
questions.
side number quick. I never seen a nigga like sign up for that CIA. Like how the fuck you sign up for the CIA to my TV? I knew it. No, your shit just broke, Brody. I don't think that's how that works. Yeah, like yeah, your shit just broke, bro. That's some shit you did.
From the Honesty Box. The first one is, what did the CIA actually do? There
Nigga be putting the
are
tea like
several
fly
answers
reacts.
to that question. What the CIA is supposed to
link.
do, what it is legally tasked with doing, is very simply to recruit spies, to steal secrets, and then to analyze
Sign me
those
up.
secrets to give
Sign
the
me up for this
president
shit.
and other senior policymakers the best information with which they can make policy. Now, in real life, it's not that simple. The CIA does whatever the president tells it to do.
Trump?
That could be to overthrow foreign governments.
Shit.
It could be to implement
Them niggas really assassins. Oh shit. Look alike. Yeah, hold on, Key. You must forgot who I am, bro. I'm the owner of the Death Note game. Calm down for a little bit.
covert
Nigga
action
hit man,
programs.
if we can get him. Bro, that's that nigga Braun, bro. Nigga Braun was talking about some. Bro, nigga Braun say, yeah, I want to be a hitman when I grow up.
To
I'm like,
influence the
gang, you
foreign
already
media,
30. Sad note.
to even kill people. It
Cardi
just
get arrested,
depends
come
on
for you.
who the president is and what
Damn,
policy he
man.
wants to implement. What skills make a good agent? You might be surprised by the answer, actually. The CIA, when it recruits spies, when it recruits operations
Damn
officers,
balls for
doesn't
this.
necessarily look for the big, buff guy who works out, every day or 6 days a week. They look for people who have sociopathic tendencies, not sociopaths. Sociopaths
Niggas
are
start scouting, then they got scouts.
impossible to
Hold on,
control
nigga.
because they have no conscience. They blow right through a polygraph exam, but they won't take orders. People who have sociopathic tendencies
CIA
do
comeback.
react
That's
to a
some weird
polygraph.
shit.
They do experience regret or
Bond.
remorse. They will respond to directives and orders.
Yeah,
I'll
I
give you
don't
an
think the guy. I don't think they gotta be like John Wick. Like they ain't gotta be like a John Wick type of nigga and really be skillful. I don't know.
example. When I first was recruited by the CIA, I was asked in a
Really
group of
mindsets.
new hires
They train you.
what we would do if
Damn.
we got a cable from CIA headquarters ordering us to collect information on the Indonesian economy. You recruit the Indonesian economic secretary,
Damn,
you
you
make
be
him your
training
best
niggas for this
friend,
shit. This
you
shit is
spend
real.
money on him, your wives become friends, you vacation together, but you learn that he is just not recruitable. So what do? Well, one of my colleagues said, you double down, work the case another 6 months, and hope for the best. A second colleague said, maybe you work it through your wives, maybe your wife can convince his wife to give you the information. I raised my hand and I said, you break into the Indonesian embassy and you steal it. And the instructor said, that's exactly what you do. That's a sociopathic tendency. What's the coolest piece of spy tech you ever got to use? There's kind of a dirty
Hey, man,
little
I
secret.
heard them niggas be having all type of gadgets. Yeah, 2022. Know when he not a plant. Yeah, I love, bro. I don't know, man. I feel like if he was really exposed to niggas, the CIA, he would have been dead, man.
About
You know,
spy
they don't
tech.
play around with this
And
type of shit.
it is
man.
that 95% of it is purchased from Amazon.com. Seriously. Because it is cheaper and it is quicker just to go online
Oh,
and
really?
buy it and then use it operationally than
Hold
it
on,
is
man.
to invent it from scratch. The coolest piece of spy tech that I ever used was it was a leather briefcase. I just went into the local
That's it?
marketplace in Pakistan and bought it. I think it cost the equivalent of like $10. And over the course of 3 days, one of our technical officers pulled the threads out of it, installed a wire all the way around the briefcase, which could act as a listening device, and then packed the area around the wire with these little teeny tiny batteries that I had never seen before. And then he sewed the whole thing closed again. So I walked into a meeting with my little briefcase. The bad guy took the briefcase
Hey,
from me,
man.
opened it up, looked through it. It didn't have anything
You see this fool? Hey.
in
No,
it
I don't
because
know
it
what
was
you
all
talking
sewn
about,
into the
bro.
lining. And we sat there and
Nigga-
had the
Nigga, he
had the
got
meeting
them.
while my colleagues half a mile away
1847
were able
for
to listen
real,
to the
bro.
entire thing. It was very cool. Does the CIA listen through our phones and laptop cameras?
No,
Yes.
I heard they do this shit. They definitely be. A long time ago, I don't know if this is confirmed to be true, but a long time ago, it was a kid game called. It's a kid game called. What that shit was called? Talking Tom. Talking Tom. I heard the CIA had cameras installed in that damn game app, watching the kids and shit like that. I don't know. You feel me? It tried to assassinate him twice. Damn.
I hate to say it. There was a dramatic leak
Is that about shut the hell up?
in 2017 that the CIA came to call the Vault 7 disclosures. Gigabytes worth of documents leaked by a CIA technology engineer. What he told us
Now we all have to be
was
out.
that the
Damn,
CIA
they killed
can
Neighbor on purpose. And like, bro, he got moved to Germany or something.
intercept anything
We all gotta talk
from
time.
anyone, number one. Number two, they can remotely take control of your car
What?
through the car's embedded computer. To do what? To make you drive
Bro,
off a
hold on,
bridge,
man.
into a tree, to make you
Nigga,
kill yourself
he ate in Paris for real. Hold on.
and make it
We
look
ain't doing no
like
shit like
an
that.
accident. They can take over your smart television and turn the speaker into a microphone so that they can listen to what's being said in the room even when the TV is turned off. God knows what else that they can do that hasn't been leaked. Are hitmen real? Yes. At the National Security Council, there is a committee that meets
Nah.
every Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock to drop something called the kill.
Hey, no bullshit though. This shit might sound insane. No talking time. Now talking time was a crazy. Yeah, like it's like that game you like. It's like the shit Speed was doing. Yeah, like that shit like that. But it's talking time though. Gang, no bullshit, bro. Tomorrow, I'm gonna tell a story time. I act like, bro, I think my school actually hired a hitman, gang. Like, bro, I think my school one time I hired a hitman to be our security guard, buddy. Like, I don't think he was human. Like, I don't think nigga, bro. The nigga was, bro. I'm telling that nigga freaked me the fuck out, gang. I don't think
List.
that nigga was human, gang.
They sit around a table and they make a list of all the people that they want to kill that week. And then they take it back to the CIA,
What?
which
Hold
has
on, man.
all the people that they want to kill that week. And then they take it back to the CIA, which has a dedicated unit. I won't tell you the name,
Trying to get
but it
me.
has a dedicated unit that takes receipt of the list. They say,
Hold
okay,
on, man.
number one. They drive to the airport, they get on the plane, they go out to that country, they kill the person, they come back, and then they go to number two on the list. That happens every single week. Now, we can have a conversation about whether that's right
Guys, see
or
how
whether
my message to be created about talking Tom. No, I think that shit. Hold on, Brody.
it's wrong. It's certainly immoral.
Bro, about
It's
to pull out
illegal,
poison dart
but
pen.
it's been tasked by the president. At the same time,
So the president,
they
so the president got personal hitman, of course.
will tell you there hasn't been another 9/11,
Yeah, hold
has
on,
there?
bro.
Maybe it's because we're out there
Oh.
killing people.
What kind of people would be on that list?
Oh, the most dangerous terrorists in the world. Or at least people that the CIA deems to be the
Okay,
most.
so they don't like kill. I mean, yeah, I don't like they do be. You can't lie. They do kill bad people on GTA, and they assassinate sometimes innocent people. Come on, man. I know they do. I know they do, bro. 'Cause I remember one time, my nigga, you feel
dangerous
me?
terrorists in the world. How
That that one nigga who I discovered that you can put gas in your car without using gas. He figured out you could put water in your car to gas your car, and they killed that nigga, brother.
does the CIA recruit spies in foreign countries? That
Come on.
cuts right to the very heart of what the CIA is. The CIA trains its officers in something called the asset acquisition cycle. It has 4 steps: spot, assess, develop, recruit. So let's say you're a brand new CIA officer overseas. You
Officer.
get out there and mingle and go to diplomatic cocktail parties or go anywhere where there might be a viable target for you.
could generally be
You spot
CIA
the
right
target,
now.
you go up. Hi, how are you? I'm the new officer at the
wouldn't know.
American Embassy.
I mean, that's how discreet they be, and that's how discreet they be. Like, nah, that's the right concept, yeah.
I'm covering political affairs or economic affairs or trade or whatever it is you're
Them niggas
doing.
assassins for
You
real,
exchange
bro.
business cards. That's spotting. Assessing is I say, so what do you do for a living? If you tell me that you do something that I'm operationally
Like your
interested
best
in,
friend.
that's my
Come on, man. So my mom might be assassin. I mean, assassin. My mom might be CIA. But what if somebody in your family really CIA gang? You know, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know if your parents a nigga a member of the CIA. You wouldn't even know, brother. Don't even act like I'm insane. You wouldn't know if your parents is a part of the CIA. You would not know, bro. You would not know. I don't think they would. I don't think they would
assessment
let
of you.
like you feel what
Then
I'm saying.
I
Let you
develop
know
you.
that.
That's
bro.
actually the fun part. That is us going to lunch and going to dinner, and I spend money on you because I have literally an unlimited budget to do so. And maybe we go on vacation together, and our wives are friends, and you mention offhandedly that you like to go fishing, let's say. So I charter a boat for $4,000 and I take you deep sea fishing because you could never afford to do it on your own. And then we become best friends. And because we're best friends, I say to you, hey, would you do me a favor? Yeah, I'm sorry to ask, but you know, the Russians have this new tank, and I know that you guys have access to the plans, and I would really appreciate it if you could just make me a copy of those plans. I know that sounds kind of funny, but it would help me a lot. So, hey, thanks, I appreciate it. I'll pick them up tonight. And then maybe I start giving you a little bit of money. And then finally, when it comes to the recruitment, I say, I haven't been totally honest with you. I'm actually a CIA officer, undercover. Are you okay with that? You're a great guy, and you're my best friend, and how about if I give you $5,000 a month, and you just answer my questions, right? That's cool, right? And you undoubtedly will say yes, and the rest is history.
Got to be a good actor to do that. Pull that off. Yeah.
They train for
And
this shit,
associate.
man.
Do you ever fear for your life? Not now, but over the course of my career, I did several times. And I'll give you one example. There were 2
My
active...
dad was there, man. Hold on, son. Hold on. Your dad was CIA, son? Huh? I'm gonna leak CIA intel. Oh no, you already leaked it, brother. You already leaked it, brother. You already leaked it without saying without already
assassination
saying it.
attempts against me.
Oh yeah.
In one, I just got lucky. And unfortunately,
man.
my next door neighbor was killed instead. He was the British defense attaché in Athens, Brigadier General Stephen Saunders. I think about it every single day. In another, an enemy country
Damn.
sent one of its officers and a double agent to kill me, but we had advance warning that it was going to happen, and we were able to, well, we were able to
You gotta
neutralize
send
the
your name up
threat,
for the week.
as
Yeah, we did tomorrow. Okay.
they say in the movies.
Yeah, it ain't going down
But there
like
was
that.
another experience that I had that troubled me deeply. I was serving in Pakistan at the time, and I was staying in a small guest house because it was safer than a big hotel. Sure enough, the big hotel was blown up and 45 people were
Damn.
killed while I was living there. But I left my guest house at a different time, like I did every day, and took a different route, like I did every day, to go to work. And I noticed that a man on a motorcycle wearing a red helmet was trying very hard to stay in my blind spot. I worked 12, 14 hours, whatever it was that day, and I left, and it was dark, and sure enough, there he was again. There's a definition of surveillance. It's multiple sightings at time and distance.
that's what I'm saying.
So
That
I've
shit
seen
gotta
him
be
multiple
exhausting,
times at
Damn.
different times of the day and at different places. I'm definitely under surveillance. I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, got in the car, drove a block, there he was again. So when I got to the office, I said to the security officer, I am under surveillance. I'm 100% sure that I'm under surveillance. He said, well, let's wait until the chief comes in. When the chief finally came in, I told him the story, and he said, well, you know what you have to do. I said, I know. I'm going to kill him if I see him this afternoon. I was worried about it all day, and all my coworkers
do it?
came up to me that day to slap me on the back and say, don't worry, we're all going to be out there. We're going to have a whole security team. I said, I know, but I never killed anybody before, and I'm so worried that he's going to kill me before I get a clear shot at him. That afternoon, I had a meeting at a safe house that we shared with the local service. And on my way out at the end of the meeting, and I don't know why I did this, but I turned around and I said, General, are you following me? And he said, no, why? And I said, because I'm under surveillance. And if I see this guy again, I'm going to kill him. And I never saw him again. I learned later that several of their officers were sitting around and saying, you know, that new American guy, he's such a nice guy. Nobody's that nice. I wonder if he's being nice just to try to make us drop our guard. And they decided to put the worst surveillance officer in their entire intelligence service on me. And if I hadn't said something that afternoon, he would be in the ground today.
Damn.
Does
that
Trump
nigga
have
like that.
the UK and Europe's back? No, he doesn't. When we hear from journalists or political figures that Donald Trump doesn't like the Europeans, he doesn't like NATO, he doesn't like the European Union, we should take the man at his word. I don't think he does have Europe's back or even the UK's back. When he says America first,
him a
he
lot,
means
Christian
America first.
Bro, did that to bro. You did that, Brody? Nah, man. I don't even know how you even do that, bro. Nah, man. But that's probably a new update they got going.
Whatever
bro.
that means,
It's probably a new update, Brody. You get an athlete.
he has an idea in his own mind, but I don't think he cares one whit about Europe. Which film or TV series portrays spy work the most accurately? Great question. I will tell you
Isn't it, bro? What's with them niggas, gang?
that at the CIA, we watch every single spy movie and spy series. All of us do. I'm proud to say that I have been the script advisor on The Bourne Ultimatum, on Kill the Messenger, on True Lies, and on Burn Notice. We love this kind of thing. Most of them have nothing whatsoever to do with the reality of the CIA, except a couple. In terms of TV, Homeland. Wow, they got it right. The only thing that they got wrong was if you go crazy, they send you to the hospital until you're not crazy anymore. In movies, there was a movie that came out in 2004 called The Recruit. The first half
as
of the
fuck.
movie, where the lead
Why they even
character
got a
is
channel anyway,
going
my
through
nigga?
training, 100.
Man, what the fuck? But this big got 64 million in a month. How they getting many views? Oh, these niggas certified demons. Man, this streaming, man, yeah, they had about them damn. When they streaming every day, it's not good for trying to come up with new ideas. You know, I'm keeping it damn real, man. Yeah, bro. I mean, you don't got time to play in game. You gotta get on. You got spark. You don't got time to actually take a day off and and use that day off to plan. You don't got that. You don't got that luxury, buddy. You feel me? I just say you already almost done with the 100 days. Just finish the 100 days. You feel what I'm saying? And get back. You feel what I'm saying? To normal shit. Take a day off sometimes after the 100 days and plan, bro. I say for now. I say you gotta use them hours you got, bro. Against playing game. You gotta use them hours you got, gang. Use them little couple hours you got before you stream and playing, bro. Feel me? Use them hours, bro. You know, it ain't got me nothing the same. Feel me? Use them hours and playing, bro. What you gotta do. That shit definitely is tough, though. I
100%
ain't gonna lie.
accurate, except for one minor difference. They didn't beat us in training. Everything else that he went through, whew, we went through it in spades. Most other movies,
Now, yeah, already done that done now.
stinkers. And listen, just as a general rule, if somebody calls the CIA the company, turn it off.
The
Is
company.
social media the biggest intelligence gathering tool today? It is absolutely one of them, yes.
Yeah.
You know, I was always amazed when I was at the CIA at how targets, legitimate intelligence targets, would literally put their entire lives on LinkedIn and Facebook. Incredible. You don't even have to do any research. They lay it all out right there on the screen for you.
Man, I do got a link. I do got a link, man. That motherfucking link give you all my information. Damn, hold on. I might delete that shit.
So the answer is yes. If you value your privacy, if you don't want to pop up on the radar, you have to stay away from social media.
Fuck you mean you
What was
seen? Hold
9/11's
on,
impact on the world?
Hold on, bro.
You know, I was in the CIA's headquarters on the morning of 9/11. Well, we knew we were at war. And one of the first thoughts that I had that morning was, does Osama bin Laden have any idea what he's done? Does he have any idea how many people are going to die? We all knew what the American response was going to be. It was going to be merciless. The question
But I do it one day to just before they have a good day plan. I say, Brody, just do a short stream game. Just do a short stream. I say the way I used to do it, I'm gonna stream like that. I don't know if you can do this shit. I can go stream like at damn 7 in the morning, son. 30 minutes. Boom. And I got all day to plan, bro. Feel me? 20 days. Nah, actually, I lasted 33 days, actually. It's not get too carried away on that. I did 33 days, exactly, Brody. So I did a whole month, bro. I know what I'm talking about again.
is,
I'm saying?
what was 9/11's impact on the world? It was dramatic and lasting. We're almost 20.
24 days. Now it's not that I didn't have the damn ideas. I just, Brody, when they banned my fucking account game, I just did not feel like it, bro. I didn't feel like it. I'm gonna be honest. When they took my account game, I'm just not in the mood doing 365 game. I ain't gonna care. I ain't gonna lie, man. You feel what I'm saying? Not gonna care. When they did that shit my TikTok, Brody, I was like, I wanted to quit, gang. I really wanted to quit the whole shit, streaming everything, gang. Nah, I ain't interested. I gotta do this REA shit.
4 years after the 9/11 attacks, and we still can't go through airports with our shoes on. Untold trillions of dollars have been spent on counterterrorism and defense, and that is
Fuck me, fuck you.
probably never going to change. Why are there so many wars in 2025? Well, do you want my real answer or do you want my
you said it
diplomatic
first, Brody.
answer? My real answer is the U.S. has a defense budget that is bigger
So many
than
wars?
the next 25. Well, do you want my real answer or do you want my diplomatic answer? My real answer is the U.S. has a defense budget that is bigger than the next 8 largest countries combined.
Damn.
After 9/11, the U.S. entered into something like a permanent wartime economy, where if we didn't have a war to fight and to finance, we would actually go into recession. Now, we see ourselves as the world's peacekeepers. In
Hey, man,
many
don't
cases,
sign
we're
me up.
not.
Don't sign me up for a damn thing, motherfucker. You sign me up for that shit, it's gonna be your ass.
We tend to be places where we're not wanted or welcome, and we end up forgetting to leave. There's an old joke inside the CIA. about Iran. Like, why would Iran put its country right in the middle of all of our military bases? There you have it. Why are there so many wars? It's because the U.S. has an activist foreign policy, and sometimes we make friends on the wrong side of issues. Can the CIA make someone disappear without a trace? You bet they can.
Oh shit, shots. Nigga, I'm not, bro. That's why I'm telling you, gang. You gotta play a shots, bro. I say you boot that motherfucking Hitman up. I feel like Hitman is low key the craziest game. But like on Hitman, like bro, you can make a nigga disappear without even see, bro. Shit, insane, bro. That's how I know in real life they can do some crazy shit to you, gang. On Hitman, like you can make a nigga disappear. Like, bro, you can do some shit, bro. Gosh, shaking insane.
And they
bro.
do all the
My
time.
dad did
In the
that
immediate
once.
aftermath of
Get
the
ready,
9/11
your
attacks,
dad
the
is
CIA
not in the
created,
CIA.
for example, an archipelago of secret prisons. And they would just disappear people. We would
Damn.
capture people in Al Qaeda safe houses, for example, let's say in Pakistan or Afghanistan. And we would ship them off to these
Nah, though, no bullshit though. On Hitman game, you can real life like on a game, you can do some shit on their phone, bro. They'll put their phone up. Hello, the whole motherfucker phone blow up in their hands, gang. Or like you can, bro. I'm telling you, gang, you gotta just play it, bro. I can't explain this shit to a nigga, bro. 'Cause it's that crazy, bro. You wanna see certificates? That's a good insane. You can make a nigga. No, bro. I don't know how to explain it. We both the guys sweat about your shots. Even if your dad was CIA, I don't like how you use the word we, like you was in the field with him, bro. He was at home eating graham crackers and shit and sardines, bro. You was not in the field. Stop saying we. And side note, your dad's not in the CIA, man. I don't know what dream you had in your life. That's not real life, buddy.
secret prisons. And
sorry.
when I say secret prisons, I mean in many cases they were so secret
Want to find out?
that
Yeah.
even the presidents
wanna find
and
out.
prime ministers
I do.
of the countries where the prisons were
If
based
your dad was really CIA, I don't think you would be on a nigga Twitch stream revealing all this shit y'all did, gang. I don't think you would be on nigga Twitch stream revealing shit. I don't think you would be doing that if y'all really was in the field. You feel what I'm saying? They got a real death note? Yeah, I know they got a real death note, but they gave me it. I think got a real death note, they gave me it, buddy. I know.
didn't know that there were
I know
secret
that.
CIA prisons in their countries. So the CIA can make people disappear in that respect. They can kill people and just bury them, in some crazy foreign land and nobody would ever know. But if you're a CIA officer, or better yet, let's say you're a KGB officer and you
What is
want to
that?
defect, the CIA will give you a completely new identity, more money than you can ever count, and you and your family can live happily ever after, under the name John Smith, and nobody would be the wiser. How does the USA track terrorist threats? They use something called the terrorist matrix.
Go for it.
It's also called all-source intelligence. Believe it or not, members of terrorist
Yo,
groups
Doc, you need to get your funky ass on, brother. You not a part of the squad, gang.
actually give press interviews in
God
which they
damn.
telegraph what they're going to do in their next attack. That's one way. The media. Electronic surveillance. It could be intercepting cell phones, intercepting
friend me, what I'm
emails,
looking it up for, bro?
intercepting encoded messages,
Let me
even intercepting messages
you
from
already
game
real
platforms.
damn near
We have
everything y'all
satellites
do
that track
in
these
Twitch
things.
chat,
We
son.
have spies
me
providing
too.
what's called HUMINT, short
I
for
know
human
enough about you
intelligence.
already, bro.
So you use literally every source at your dispense and put this matrix together to try to disrupt that next attack.
Matrix.
Can you be a spy and have a moral compass? What a great question that is. I'm going to say yes because I had a moral compass. It cost me my freedom. It cost
Yo, shots, bro. I'm gonna let you know this right now and right here, Brody. I am the owner of the Death Note. I think y'all be forgetting that. So I think sometimes y'all be forgetting that shit, bro. Y'all be forgetting that sometimes, gang. Y'all be forgetting that, bro. That I'm still the owner of the Death Note. It haven't went anywhere, gang. It ain't went nowhere. Cause I ain't showed it in a long ass time. Don't mean it went anywhere, gang. I can't, bro. Kevin Carter. See, trying to get niggas fucked up. That ain't your name, so I know your name, brother. I know your real name, gang. I know your real name, Big Mouth. I know your real name. Alright. You ain't hard to you ain't hard to get out of here.
Me my job. It cost me my family. But it was worth it. There are some things that you are tasked to do as a CIA counterintelligence officer that you just have to say no to. There are some things that are so immoral, so unethical, in many cases so illegal, that you just should not do it. What is the most controversial thing you've worked on or heard about? It has to be the torture program. I went to prison for 23 months for going public with the CIA's torture program.
Damn.
I went on ABC News in the United States in December of 2007, and I said three things. I said the CIA was torturing its prisoners. I said that torture was official U.S. government policy. And I said that the policy had been personally approved by the president himself. The FBI investigated
Now,
me.
Obama,
They
he ain't
determined
been
I had
letting you.
not committed a crime. Then Barack Obama became president.
Right, 'cause he
They
came after.
secretly reopened the case against me. I was indicted and charged with 5 felonies, including 3 counts of espionage for giving this interview. Remember, espionage can be a death penalty charge. I had 3 of them. Well, I hadn't committed espionage, and finally they dropped those charges.
Yeah,
But I
really
ended up taking a
gone.
plea to a lesser charge just to make this thing go away. I had 5 kids at home. I had gone bankrupt from the legal expenses, and I was facing 45 years in prison. They offered me 23 months, and I took the deal. But I would do it again today if I had to, because somebody had to stand up and say that this was wrong. Shouldn't torture be legal if we are protecting American lives? Absolutely not. Not under any circumstances. Torture doesn't work. Torture is illegal internationally. It is immoral. And you end up making a recruitment video, essentially, for your greatest enemies. For example,
Those shots.
when it became apparent that the U.S. was torturing
Those shots, man. What's your name? Malcolm. What's give me last name? Though I need last name. Ford. I don't think y'all nigga be playing around with this shit, man. Y'all gonna wake up one day and y'all they gonna be y'all think, man, listen, man, y'all gonna wake up one day like, damn, what happened? I mean, Birdie, yeah, man, y'all think this is a game. See, y'all think this is a damn game, man. You know how many names? You know how many names is in this book, bro? Daquan Clinton Diggs. Bro, that's not my that's not my middle name, bro. Who the fuck is Clinton? They call it for Rio. Yeah, you know how many names is in this shit, man? Like, this is it's crazy. Searching the CIA database, gang. Yeah, that motherfucker was wrong, gang. That's not my middle name, buddy. It's wrong, dude,
military
I don't know who the hell Clinton
prisoners
is.
at Abu Ghraib prison
That
in
ain't me,
Iraq.
motherfucker.
And video was leaked showing those prisoners in orange jumpsuits. ISIS bought orange jumpsuits and made its kidnapping victims, who were mostly aid workers and American journalists, wear orange jumpsuits and then beheaded them on camera. They did that only because the U.S. was torturing its prisoners. So torture does not work. Torture is illegal, it is immoral, it is unethical, and no one should be in the business of doing it. What's the most dangerous country in the world right now? Also a good question. There are several. And I've been to all of them. I never got to go to the nice places. I went to 72 countries with the CIA, and almost all of them were just
Damn.
awful. Some of the most dangerous places in the world are
Oui.
Yemen, Somalia.
Yo, Brody. Barney was the same nigga that was on that damn live telling me that he was scared of the CIA, gang. He told me that he didn't want to be CIA. Barney said he didn't like the CIA. He got found you. Did you find me? Or did I find you? See, y'all gotta start thinking about this certain shit, man. Did you find me or did I find you? Yeah. You gotta think outside the box, shots. Did you find me or did I find you? See, y'all gotta start thinking about the other possibilities, man. You feel what I'm saying?
Gaza,
Nah, I ain't CIA though.
Afghanistan,
I'm just saying though, bro.
parts of Pakistan. You have to sleep with one eye open. You just never know how bad things are going to get. And I'll give you an example. I went to Yemen 5 times, and every time I went, it was worse than the previous time. The 5th and final time that I went, we were only allowed to stay at one hotel. The hotel had a 30-foot high wall around it to protect it from bomb blasts.
Damn.
You couldn't stay in any of the other hotels by then. Well, the day after I arrived, a group of South Korean diplomats arrived. And on the drive from the airport to the
by the
hotel,
bathrooms.
they were ambushed and they were all
Smart.
killed, 6 of them. A couple of days later, a group of South Korean intelligence officers arrived to investigate the murder of the 6 diplomats. And they were ambushed and they were murdered. And so the South Koreans
Yeah,
just
stop-
closed their
stop
embassy and
saying
went
we,
home.
bro.
That's a pretty dangerous country. What do you make of U.S. foreign policy right now? A complete and utter disaster. I've never seen an administration that works so hard to offend and alienate our friends. Threatening to invade Canada? That's an act of war. Canada is not just a NATO country, but it's a Five Eyes country. Five Eyes being the US, the UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, the closest.
I don't like men at all, so I can't really answer that question. But I feel like you should ask yourself that question because I know you BBQ and shit.
Alliance in the entire world. And what, we're going to send an army to Canada and overthrow them? It doesn't make any sense. Even if you're joking, why would you even joke like that out loud? We don't coordinate with our European allies. We're threatening to invade Panama, to take the Panama Canal. We're threatening to invade and annex Greenland. It's craziness. So I'm not a big supporter of U.S. foreign policy right now. Does China actually pose a real risk to the West? I think no. And I'll tell you why. China simply does not.
Clip that real quick. BBQ stand together. Let me get this nigga. Let me clip this real quick. Hold on.
Have a history of expansionism. If you put aside Tibet, which the Chinese have always claimed to be a part
I
of,
ain't seen nothing bad about it, buddy. I ain't say nothing bad about it. I just told you. I just said I'm a clip. What up, bro? You fuck with the LGBT community? No comment.
China, the Chinese have never invaded another country. They had a little border skirmish with the Vietnamese in the 1970s. They had a little border.
I didn't tell niggas I did. I said no comment. I'm just gonna keep it on the low right now. I'm not trying to get too deep into all of that. Me and my niggas riding around with switches and Dracos. Look for a nigga named Malcolm, aka 20 Shot. You know where he be at?
Skirmish against India in the 1960s, but they don't invade countries, and they have only one military base outside of China. It's in Djibouti, and believe it or not, They share
Yeah, that was that shit was garbage.
it with
That
the
shit was
United
garbage,
States.
Marty.
It's the U.S. that sees
You got-
China
you
as the
got the
big
booth,
threat,
Brody.
and Australia and the Philippines kind of see China as a threat. But the Chinese are perplexed as to why we so distrust them. Is there a threat from China to Taiwan? Of course there is. Taiwan is also seen by the
Where he be
Chinese
at?
as being a
I
legitimate
don't know
part
why
of
you're
China, but
asking
there's
me.
no
and he
indication
yo
that the Chinese are
state,
preparing
Brody,
any
like-
offensive measures against Taiwan. I just don't see what the big threat is. Is the CIA or MI6 more elite?
He said he gonna draft you,
MI6
bro.
is an absolutely top
I don't
tier,
be worried about
first-rate
that life
service,
for
but
real.
it's like comparing apples and oranges. At the CIA, we used to say how much we wished we could be like MI6 because MI6 is small and it's lean, and when they decide to do something, by God, they go out and do it. At the CIA, when we decide to do something,
You gonna fuck
we
his
have
little
6
ass
layers
up.
of bureaucracy that we have to go through to finally get permission. And then the attorneys get involved, and then you have to send it to the president, and then he has to sign it or change it or reject it or
Hey, man, I don't know
do
what
whatever
y'all
it is
got
that he has
going
to do.
on, man.
they don't have that kind of a problem in
Y'all
MI6.
tall
They just
as
report
damn,
directly
though.
to the prime minister and they can get things done. The CIA has a budget that absolutely dwarfs the MI6 budget. And we have our own, high-level technology budget, satellites and spy planes and all kinds of crazy things. So they're both great services, but they're different at the same time. Are sleeper agents real? Yes, they are.
fuck is
And the
sleeper
country that is the best at using sleeper agents is Russia. The United States doesn't
be
have
sleep?
a program of sleeper agents, and I'm frankly unaware of any Western intelligence service that has sleeper agents or that uses sleeper agents. The Russians have an army of sleeper agents. In fact, just in the last 2 or 3 years, a group of Russian sleeper agents in Northern Virginia, including one in my neighborhood, were disrupted and arrested. So what a sleeper agent is somebody who is trained as an intelligence
Virginia.
officer who is then sent to the United States or the UK or Brazil or Paris or
Yeah,
wherever,
Not slick, bro.
and told to just get a job, any job, and be a national of that country. And so you've got people who, well, in the case of what happened in Washington recently, one was an elementary school teacher,
Come on, man.
and one worked for an airline. Everybody thought they were Americans, and in fact, they're collecting classified information, mostly from U.S. defense contractors, and secretly transmitting it back to Russian intelligence in the evenings. They were disrupted and expelled from the United States. Is chief of disguise a real job? You bet it is. They have the most fun in the world. On the day that I got
I
hired,
tell you, bro, Hitman is literally he be disguising himself. Gang. Y'all gotta play Hitman game. Y'all was not on peak, bro.
I was sitting with 2 other brand new officers, and I sat down. I said, "Hi, my name's John. It's nice to meet you both." They said, "What are you going to do here at the agency?" I said, "I'm going to be an intelligence officer. I have degrees in Middle Eastern studies. What are you guys going to do?" The woman said to me, "Oh, I just graduated from the Falls Church, Virginia Academy of Beauty." Academy of Beauty. She ended up becoming a master disguise maker. And the guy on my left was a cartoonist for his college newspaper. He drew a little cartoon that was very popular. He became a master forger. So it doesn't really matter what your background is. If you're good at it, there's a place for you at the CIA. And many of those places are working for the director of disguise. What made you decide to blow the whistle? It's very brave. Thank you. They're right or wrong. And the United States has laws that ban torture. We have the federal
65. Damn, boy. Damn, you have to move out, but
Torture Act of
come on, man.
1946.
You
We
are
are-
already 31. You only got about what? 30 more years?
Not just signatories to the United Nations Convention Against Torture. We wrote the United Nations Convention Against Torture. In 1946, the United States executed Japanese soldiers who waterboarded American POWs. In
Yeah, man, that waterboarding
1968,
shit
an
crazy.
American soldier waterboarded a North Vietnamese prisoner and was given 20 years at hard labor in a military prison after being convicted of torture. The law never changed. So, how is it then that from 2002 to 2005, torture was somehow magically legal? It wasn't legal. We were committing crimes against humanity. And so it was something that I having known the details, I couldn't sleep at night. And I believed, and in retrospect, I was right, that the American people had a right to know what their government was doing in their name. And I'm proud to say that because of my revelations, the McCain-Feinstein Amendment was passed into law, and it formally and permanently banned torture.
Have you investigated any of us before this shoot? Funny you should say that.
Hold on,
There was
man.
some light.
This nigga real life like motherfucking Agent 47 in real life, my nigga. Hey, W video though, man.